Hey everyone! So today I'm going to show you how to make green chicken chili enchiladas with the side of rice. This is one of my family's favorite meals to make, and normally we would take the time to make the sauce from scratch, boil and shred the chicken, and grate the cheese, and also add a variety of other toppings. However, aside from being a college student, I'm also a mother with a full-time job, and frankly, I don't have time for that anymore. But I also don't want to give up on making delicious meals. I hope you find this tutorial useful, tasty, and enjoyable, and I wish you good luck. Here I have set up all the ingredients that you will need to make these enchiladas along with your side of rice. You will need a pan, 2 bowls, a plate, corn tortillas, 2 to 3 cans of green chili enchilada sauce, depending on how saucy you would like your enchiladas. My family and I usually go with disposable foil pans to cook our enchiladas. They roll about 12 enchiladas each, and then when we're done, we just recycle it. Shredded cheese, sour cream, a can of cream of mushroom, spatula, some spoons, olive oil, your chicken, and for any of you vegetarians, we usually go with this Kjorn meatless filet brand. And then for your rice, you will need 2 cups of long grain rice, some water, and then the spices that we usually go with is tomato bouillon and chicken bouillon. Remember guys, practice safe and healthy cooking procedures by washing your hands, tying your hair back if needed, using oven mitts, and using any cutlery, ovens, and stovetops properly. Alright, so now we're going to shred the chicken. It's already done, and usually if I was making this from scratch, I would boil some chicken breasts and shred it, season it, but this actually comes already seasoned, so it's really nice. Lately, I've been using this style of chicken because the hard work is already done. They're inexpensive, easy to debone, and are still tasty when refrigerated up to about 3 days, and can be used for so many other quick meals. But here's a fun fact. The rotisserie craze started in the early 1990s when Boston Chicken, now Boston Market, opened drive-thru restaurants selling chicken dinners and sides. Families liked the convenience of a meal that was seen as cheaper and healthier than fast food, and both Costco and Kroger began selling rotisserie chickens in 1994. What we've got started here is the enchilada sauce. I've poured all 3 cans of the sauce along with the cream of mushroom into this pan. I've put the heat on high just so it can kind of get things going.
A few minutes later.
Alright, and it's starting to boil a lot more, so I'm going to go ahead and lower the heat. And this should suffice for the tortillas to start to get softened in there. I do want to let you know, every time you do dip a tortilla in there, you'll only leave it in there for less than 10 seconds. It gets soft very quickly. Alright, so I usually use the spatula and I dip them. And then I'll put another one. Alright, so we're going to take those out. Looks like they're steaming pretty well. And then I just placed them into the tray just to sit there and cool down. So I have my sauce just sitting there on a low heat. I'm going to go ahead and start rolling some of my enchiladas. And I'm going to start grabbing my chicken. It doesn't need to be a lot. I usually just go right in the middle and make a line like that with a little bit of cheese. And then I tightly roll it, and then I put it up in the corner. And then just keep doing that all the way through. Lately, I've been trying to find different ways to cut down on time to be able to cook all together and budget my funds. According to a Washington Post article by Kristen Hartke, a meal plan can cost around $3,000 per year. With smart budgeting, cooking meals instead can cost half as much, or even less. My kiddos love the leftover enchiladas for breakfast or even lunch and dinner the next day. And some of the ingredients used can help make a variety of other meals as well. What we're going to do now is top the enchiladas with a little bit of sauce. And then you do want to top it with a little bit more cheese. My sister and I love to put olives on top of our enchiladas. Alright guys, so we have our tray of enchiladas prepared, rolled. We have the toppings on. Again, you can add more toppings if you want, olives, green onions, whatever you choose. And we have the oven set for 350. And now we're just going to pop them in the oven for 30 minutes. Yeah, let's see what they look like afterwards.
Meanwhile,
so now we're going to prepare our rice. I set the stove for high heat and I put 2 tablespoons of olive oil along with my 2 cups of rice. And it does sound like it's starting to sizzle, so I'm just going to start stirring. And what you're wanting to get is just a golden brown look at the end. So now my rice is golden brown. As you can see, we got it nice and brown here. We're gonna start adding our water. There's 2 cups of rice here, so you wanna double your water and just a little bit more. So here I have 4.5 cups of water. You wanna pour that into your rice. We're gonna go ahead and put 2 tablespoons of the tomato bouillon. And then I usually just use about 1 tablespoon of the chicken. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna stir it to dissolve all of the spices. Get it all mixed up nice in there. So now that it's at a more heavy boil, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna lower the heat to a medium. This is gonna take about 20 minutes to cook. And after you're done lowering the temperature, you're gonna wanna place the lid on. All right, so now it's been about 20 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and check the rice. Seems like everything's going good. Just give it a stir, make sure it's all fluffy, comes up nice, which it's doing that. And there you go, you have yourself a nice pan of Mexican rice. All right, so it's been 30 minutes now. I'm gonna go ahead and take the tray of enchiladas out of the oven. And as you can see, the cheese is melted. They look pretty saucy. It's nice and creamy. And then I usually top it with a little bit of lettuce. It kind of gives it that coldness, extra crunch. And then about a scoop of sour cream right on top. All right, and there you go. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed watching me slave over this stove all day. Now go out and buy these ingredients and start cooking. And always make sure to cook with love. Bye!